What's good, YouTube? Nappy192 here, back again, once again, and today, I have a Nuketown Zombies Easter egg theories sort of video for you guys. Now, this video is going to go over a couple of, I wouldn't say inconsistencies, but a couple of things that I've noticed on the map that would lead you to believe it's got something to do with some sort of Easter egg, because I mean it's obvious there's something more than just the teddy bear locations and, you know, the Easter egg loading music song. There's more to the map than just that. So keep in mind I'm making this video with as much information as I know at the time that I'm making this video. You know, if you watch it 6 months from now and obviously everything's been solved by then, you know, don't get upset. Even if you're watching the day it comes out, you know, if you know something about it that I didn't cover in the video, please, by all means, leave it in the comment section below. These are all things that I haven't heard anything about, so I'm just going off of, like I said, it's just a lot of assumptions, and these are just my thoughts about the possible Easter eggs in the video. So now the first Easter egg idea that I want to go over is the first one that a lot of people see. It's the one that's the most popular as of right now. It's Richtofen's transmissions through the TV in the greenhouse downstairs. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you right now.
I know I should have invented an egg-moving robot. Stupid Maxis. His rules. Stupid accent!
Now, he just said he knew he should have invented an egg-moving machine. And then, of course, I shoot the TV afterwards, and you can hear, like, some sort of, like, sound effect, like when you shoot it. It's obviously there's something more to do with the TV. We just haven't figured it out yet. He said he should have invented an egg moving machine. It's like, is he trying to move an Easter egg? You know what I mean? That's an odd line for him to say. You know, I don't really know everything that he's trying to get at with that. The second transmission that comes through for him, and these are the only two that I've heard so far. So if he has any other transmissions, I haven't heard it. I've gotten to the late 30s on this map, round 30. And no other transmission has just played on its own. So if there is any other transmissions, they got to be activated by something or somehow, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a second transmission for you right now as well.
Login. Hitting. Password? He's a liar. I'm not, but that's why no one would guess it.
Now, he gives you a login and a password for something. It's kind of hard to hear what he's saying initially because of like the round ending music and whatnot, but to me it sounds like when he says login, he says any. Like, is it like, does it have to be any, or does it have to be any login? Again, I could be wrong. Like I said, it's kind of hard to hear with the music going off in the background on that one. And then when he says password, at first I thought he said Jebediah, but then when I go back and listen to it again, I hear him say a liar. So I don't know. Again, it's kind of hard to hear because, I mean, unless you're standing right in front of the TV and you turn your speakers up all the way, it's kind of hard to hear what he's saying. But out of what I just heard, I'd say like the username he says is any, and the password is a liar. Now, I know a couple people have gone back to the first Black Ops and went to the terminal at the beginning at the main menu and tried to enter it in, and nothing happened. And some people were saying that it's something that just hasn't unlocked yet, and they're going to do updates on the first Black Ops, and eventually it will work. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I think that it definitely has something to do with an Easter egg. I mean, like, why would they put Richtofen on Nuketown Zombies? Like, why would they put him on there? Why would all that happen if he wasn't there for a reason? The second topic I want to touch on is also random as hell. It's actually the bus horn from Transit. As you heard it just there, you hear the bus horn from Transit on Nuketown Zombies. If you look down the way there are some speakers at the end of the street, you know, like if they want to broadcast a message or whatnot, but it still seems really, really awkward and odd that the bus horn from Transit is on Nuketown Zombies. If anything, that leads me to believe that maybe in order to unlock another part to the Easter egg on Nuketown Zombies, you have to have the Tower of Babel achievement from Transit, or maybe, I don't know. That's probably honestly the most random part on Nuketown Zombies right there, is the bus horn. Like, where is it coming from? Why is it there? The third topic I wanted to touch on is the Nuketown Population Board. This is something that has gone through a lot of controversy as well. Originally, people thought that the numbers on the bottom were how many zombies were in the round, or how many zombies you had to kill before another perk would fall out of the mushroom cloud. But both of those theories have been disproved. So my assumption is that it's got something to do with the fallout shelter in the backyard, which I'll get to a little later on in the video. But it's just, again, it's completely random. Like, the numbers have nothing to do. Like, it starts at 99, as you saw just there when my teammate killed the zombie. That's when it starts. But again, it's just so random as hell, and it gives no clues at all whatsoever about what the numbers could be for. It just says population, and of course it goes down when you kill zombies, but still it doesn't match the numbers that you kill, because when you get nukes and whatnot and everything else, the numbers don't stay consistent. Now, the reason that I say it has something to do with the fallout shelter is because the only other clues and the only other hints that we have are the logos on the bottom of the board, and the only logo that reappears on the map, or that I've seen, is the fallout shelter symbol in the bottom right hand corner. Of course, that's on the fallout shelter as well. So, I mean, if anything from previous zombies leads to be the same on this map, it's got to be, you know, there has to be some sort of connection between the two. Another thought that just popped into my head as I was recording this: the Nuketown sign is destroyed, and the only thing that's even visible on there is the word nuke. Does it have to have something to do with the drop, you know, the nuke that you get? Because that's where the inconsistencies in the number count comes from. Because up until the point where you hit a nuke, you know, the drop the nuke, the population number stays the same. As you kill zombies and they go down, that number always stays, it always matches with however many zombies you kill. But when you hit a nuke, it continues to take numbers off, but it doesn't match how many zombies you killed, or how many zombies died, you know? So it's really awkward in that sense. So I don't know, it's a lot of speculation over that as well. The next part I wanted to touch on is the countdown clock that is now suspended above the map. In the original Nuketown map, this was of course the countdown clock that showed you how much time you have left before the nuke went off, or, you know, it was just really there for display. But on here, it's now suspended above, and the hand actually moves, as you've seen before. And when it gets to 0, it automatically just goes back to 3. You know, it's like it's on this never-ending cycle. And so far, I haven't seen anything that causes it to move. I haven't seen anything that causes it to reset. I haven't seen anything that happens because of it hitting 0. You know, originally I thought that when it hits 0, that's when a perk falls, because that's when I first noticed it. You know, I looked up at the clock and it hit 0, all of a sudden the perk fell out of the sky. But since then, I've learned that was just a coincidence. That was a one-time thing that happened, because other perks have fallen without that being at 0. So again, much like the population board, this is just completely random. I don't know what causes it to move. I don't know what happens when it hits 0, but it's definitely something that's moving on the map while you're playing. So it's something that you got to keep into consideration while you're playing the game. Whether or not it has anything to do with like a specific Easter egg or not, I'm not sure. But again, I think that all of these things tie into themselves in one way or another. You know, there's a reason that this clock is moving. You know, shit doesn't just move on a zombies map for no reason. So the next part I want to go over is the mannequins on the map. In the other two versions of the Nuketown map, if you knock off the heads of the mannequins in a certain amount of time, some sort of song, or in Nuketown 2025, you can play Atari on the screen, you know, something happens. There's a reason that you can knock off all the mannequin heads. We haven't tried to knock them all off yet, but one key thing that I did notice is that all of the mannequin heads outside of the map, or outside the playable area, are already headless. So if that's not a hint or a clue of some kind, I'm not honestly really sure what could be. I mean, again, we haven't tried to do it yet, so it could just be all for nothing. Nothing could happen. But at the same time, it's already an Easter egg on the other two Nuketown maps, so it's obviously worth a try. You know, so that's another thing that we're going to work on over the next couple of days as well. The next one is probably the most obvious one on the map, and it is the fallout shelter itself. It's the one that stood out to me the most, simply because it's the only thing on the map that's been unaffected by the fallout that's happened around it. I'm kicking myself in the ass for this, because I accidentally deleted a clip of when I tried to do my road to round 50 originally. I only got to 32 and I posted the fail for it, but originally I ran back here, and I swear to God, You're gonna think I sound crazy as hell for this, but I swear to God, I heard muffled voices coming out of that fallout shelter. I don't know what. Again, I don't know what causes it to happen or why they were talking or whatever, but I swear to God, I heard a voice coming out of that fallout shelter. And I definitely think that if there is an Easter egg on this Nuketown Zombies map, this fallout shelter has something to do with it. It definitely has something to do with it. Whether it's, you have to open that door or not, there's something to do with that map. Another inconsistency with the fallout shelter is sometimes when you spawn on the map, there will be a lady, a mannequin female, standing in front of that door. And you can't move the mannequins. In this version that I have in the video right now, she's not there, but sometimes she will spawn there, and it's almost as if she's like trying to open the door. Like she's trying to get inside. So again, it's just weird. It's another one of those inconsistencies that don't make sense, or they don't make sense yet, I should say. But like I said, I definitely believe that the fallout shelter has something to do with some sort of Easter egg on this map. I've heard people say they tried to throw grenades at the door like you can on the bank vault on transit, but so far nobody's been able to figure out anything that would make these doors open up. The last thing that I wanted to touch on in this video is power. So far on transit, power is a huge theme. They're always talking about power. The Easter egg Tower of Babel begins at the power switch. The electro zombie is power. When you go out to the radio tower, you need more power. It's always something about power. And when it comes to Nuketown Zombies, of course, I don't remember on the original Nuketown map, but over here behind the greenhouse, behind the perk location in the garden, there is this entire power station that's just on fire. This is as far as I could get to it because, in Zombies Theater mode, they don't let you go out too far, probably for this reason that you can't just easy mode solve all the Easter eggs. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but if you shoot it, sparks fly out of it, much like other generators on the map, but again, it's a source of power. There are also other things on the map that you can interact with that move around and whatnot. That involve power. One of them being this circuit breaker on the side of the greenhouse. As you see me knife it and I shoot it and the door flies open on it and whatnot. Again, this could just be some little thing that they threw in there just for shits and giggles, just to be a part of the environment. But it's things that you can interact with, things that you can shoot, things that you can do shit with. The last part of the video and the last part of this whole power segment that I have here is this generator that's over here on the other side of the fence by the yellow house. It's also next to the Jeep. As you see just now, I was trying to shoot that zombie and I accidentally shot the generator, and that's what threw me off to it. But when I shot the generator, a whole bunch of sparks flew out of it. And of course, then my interest has been alerted and I'm trying to run around here. You can see me, and I actually shot at the generator and the panels flew open, and then I actually cock a grenade here in a minute and I throw it at it, thinking that a grenade would do something different, again, because the bank vault door is on transit. But it turns out just a second set of panels opened up as well. Now, my thinking with this is that maybe an EMP grenade or something is needed. You can throw it and a burst of electricity might jumpstart the generator or something. But again, why would they have all these interactive parts to the map that just don't do anything, So I think that there's definitely something involving power on this map. Maybe you need to get some power to the fallout shelter to open the door or something. I don't know. I haven't seen any EMP grenades in the box on Nuketown Zombies yet. I don't know if they're available or not. Again, I haven't had that much time to look at it because if Jug doesn't spawn soon enough, eventually, the odds are against you. You just get double tapped and you go down. So it's a little frustrating trying to figure this shit out when they don't spawn Jug early enough for you. But I think that the EMP grenade definitely, if it is available, I would definitely try and throw it at the generator and see if it does anything. For all we know, it might not do anything at all, but I'd still say it's worth a try. Another thing that I did try was you can purchase the Galva Knuckles from the red moving truck. It's on the interior wall. I tried to punch it, melee the generator with the Galva Knuckles, just to see, and that didn't do anything either. So either way, it's a lot of what ifs. You know, it's a lot of trying different things and seeing what does work and what doesn't work. Like I said, this is just a lot of my ideas that are going through my head. If anything I've said in the video has already been disproven or another step has been found, by all means, leave it in the comment section below. If you have any ideas, if this video sparked any ideas for you as well, leave those in the comment section below as well too. So thank you for checking out the video, you guys. You know me, YouTube, Nappy192. I'm out.